Hey everybody, it is David here again with High Shelf Collective, and we are back for another night of Shadow Scar with Cody, the maker. Thank you so much, Cody, for coming and running this game. This is our fourth and final episode for this arc that we've been on, chasing interdimensional bad guys, doing, and wheeling and dealing along the way. Right? We have some like dotted line commitments to other shenanigans that we may or may not be able to complete. We'll find out later today. With that, Cody, I'm going to turn it over to you, man, and get us into the world of Shadow Scar.
Okay, so as last time on Shadow Scar, as it were, after having gotten information on a rogue agent who theoretically would know your contract Kagura is, the four of you dove into Steel Court to try and get information out of Chance Lionheart. After a rather chaotic first start, with the building filling with smoke from a backed up chimney and Aisha sneaking in the back with her paperwork, Chance fled through the void into refuge, where eventually he was chased down by Osamu, and you got the information you were looking for. At the cost, per se, of perhaps Aisha's sanity slightly, having paused too long in the in-between, gazing upon the totality of existence.
She was mesmerized by the clockwork of it all, and momentarily forgot her own existence.
So now you are preparing for your theoretical last mission in this long trail of first assignments that you have been given to find and kill Kagura, a yokai working for someone known as the Green Demon. So let's jump in here with some refreshers on characters here. Who wants to start? Who's feeling brave?
It's me, Jesus. It's me. I'm playing Carmen del Rosario. Hotshot starship racer now, I guess looking for healing. I don't know how, putting myself in constant danger in situations and things like that necessarily leads to a peaceful and healthy life, but I guess I'm making a difference, right? And that's probably good. But maybe I'm just here for fun. I think we'll probably get to the root of that tonight.
The underpinnings of her.
The underpinnings, is it about healing? Is it about making a difference? Or was I just really bored with sobriety? It could be either one.
The daredevil in you cannot be sated.
Can't do it. I'm gonna popcorn Taylor, but we'll just do it that way.
Would love it if my microphone would unmute. Good God, I pushed the button 12 times. Hello, everybody. I'm Taylor Potato, and I will be your Osamu today. He's doing fine. He's great. This is just another day, another job, another good time. It's really hard to kill his vibe.
Yeah. Vibes all the time.
Yeah, all vibes. No thoughts, only vibes. I'll throw to Casey.
I was on the other side. Hi, I'm playing Hugo Roth, a fine African American man who may have fought in World War One, or at least his world's version of World War One. And right now he's looking after David's character because
she needs it.
He recognized the look of the 1,000-yard stare, which, trench warfare tends to do that to people. And he's like, uh-oh. So he's been watching. Other than that, though, he's surprisingly adjusting well. Like when you get teleported to space and you figure out, oh shit, we can actually float up here. It's oddly relaxing. And he's like, I could go back to space. That was not bad. So he's adjusting quite well. he might be running from PTSD. We haven't decided. I haven't decided that yet.
We'll find out tonight.
Yep.
And yeah, I am Aisha. She shy little clockwork gremlin getting stuff done. And she normally is in quite fine dress with a gold inlay around a purple long robe looking attire. But maybe it's a little frazzled right now because Aisha is a little off after having stared into infinity and watch it stare back. So yeah, I'll find out how Aisha is doing today, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I can't wait.
Okay, well, let's jump in, shall we? So, having just returned maybe 10, 15 minutes ago from your last mission, as your handler is kind of getting all the coordinates laid out, figuring out exactly where you need to go, you have kind of this moment of rest for all but Aisha. Your vision has returned, but you can't keep thoughts out of your head. You have no idea really what you saw in the in-between. Your brain just can't make sense of it, but at the same time, part of you just can't stop thinking about it. It's like there was something there, something so deeply, desperately important that you just couldn't see. And you have gotten little bits here and there. You are a very new agent to the Shadowscar Agency, but you have heard some warning stories about rift diving, and you are reminded of the a rather grim tale of an agent named Dr. Noah Van Horn, who was the first support department director for the Shadowscar Agency quite a ways back. He had a similar experience in the in-between, and it progressively drove him to madness. His rather enigmatic fate, which many people talk rumors around, but no one is completely 100% certain what happened to Dr. Van Horn, was actually the catalyst that drove the agency to find a new way to travel between dimensions without having to rift dive and threaten the minds of its agents.
He brought about change that made things safer for everyone. It's a shame that he went through that, but I'm glad for the results for everybody but Aisha, because now Aisha is on this path. Just as a question about the thoughts that Aisha is experiencing I, as a neurospicy individual, sometimes have like intrusive thoughts, but I never experience thoughts that aren't my own. Is Aisha experiencing thoughts that are not her own? Or are these like intrusive thoughts that she just can't stop them from showing up in her mind?
It's intrusive thoughts, but it's almost like that feeling you get when you had a dream and you still feel emotionally affected by the dream, but for the life of you, you can't remember what it was.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that. I'm clocked in now. Thank you. That is what I needed. It's not great.
Being Hugo that you were kind of looking after Aisha, she is definitely not responding well to what happened. You have no frame of reference for this outside of your time in the Great War. You don't even know what she saw or didn't see, but I think you're right. I think that you probably have a kind of unique outlook that might help you kind of work with her at the moment.
Yeah. So and this is because I am like a World War I and II guy, like in the heat of battle, a lot of soldiers will start seeing, this is how all the wartime ghost stories start happening, and demons show up and stuff because of the horrors of war and stuff. So he's kind of tuned in on that. And being that we hunt demons, he's like, maybe there's more to what my guy saw than I gave credence to now. And one thing that he remembers, I would think he would remember, is that he would get like a doodle pad, some kind of like, I need paper, I need pen, I need something. And he would hand it to Aisha and be like, I need you to draw or write whatever you are thinking. It's better to get the thoughts out than to keep them in. And he's like, you have to get those out, because if you sit with them, there are 2 things that will happen, 3 things that will happen. 2 of those aren't great, and the other one gets you committed.
Okay. Thanks, Hugo. You really think this will help though? Like, it's just doodles.
He goes to his breast pocket and he pulls out a notebook, and all you see are horrific doodles. And he's like, yes, it helps.
Oh, okay. If you say so, I'll give it a shot, but this is not normally the kind of drawing that I do. And like, she's making eye contact with you, right? And you see her hand is just like doing like a line and then like just down and then a line back. And like, she's just like, she's not looking at it. She's not thinking about it. Her hand's just like idly tracing this like line, and it like recurves back on itself and starts to make this shape that she's not like concentrating on. And she's just sitting there like having a whole conversation with you while her hand does a completely different thing.
And he is 100% locked in with you. Like, he's not looking at that. It's one of those, like, this is what he's used to having to deal with his old friends.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Awesome. And some people, like, if y'all have not noticed, he does not, even when he gets hurt, he refuses pain pills. He refuses a lot of medical attention. He's from that age.
He's one of those guys.
Well, it's like opioids. That was a thing to get soldiers to be quiet.
Yeah.
I think there's this is a bit of background lore for your world. Since you did fight in the Great War, you would have known of a group of people who fought for the Americans in the Great War called the Guardians, led by Captain Atlas, who is like this very sort of Captain America type hero of the Great War, who was given what most people see as fantastical superpowers, able to push his body beyond any human limitations by this sort of mad science type concoction called Atlas, which even now many people have no idea what it actually was, but it was synthesized by American scientists and was given to this group of people called the Guardians to help win the war. What you might have gotten that other people didn't is that it was also extremely psychologically addictive and had horrible side effects for a long period of time after the Guardians got out of the war. So there's a good reason to be dubious about medicine, drugs, and things like that.
Yeah, like nah, not for me, not for me.
So, Ethan, you don't know Aisha well. You've only really interacted with her for about 2 days, but she's obviously hashtag having a bad time. How are you interacting with that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Carvis is definitely kind of be like, kind of looks like Hugo's got it covered. I could probably I guess probably cool. Like, too many cooks. You don't want to like too many people, because if he's doing the whole like drawing therapy thing and then I jump in with like some guided meditation, like you can't really do those at the same time. And so like that would just be that wouldn't really be good. So I think Carver's definitely just kind of like waiting if maybe there's an opening to like help or something, but if not, she's just kind of like, twiddling her thumbs and like just kind of maybe playing on, I don't know if she has a phone still, but just like, playing on her little whatever, just like kind of hanging out and being like, well, I don't want to like get in the way. And
Okay.
I remember how I used to deal with the horrors of the universe, and that's probably not helpful here either. So I'll sit this one out maybe.
What about Osamu?
Yeah, while Carmen's having this, like, should I? No, I'm not gonna. They've got it. A door just like kicks in, and it's Osamu with a bunch of noodles and snacks, and just like arms full, and just like kind of like sits some bowls down, plops down like bags of Cheetos, and it's like
Noodles, finally.
We've been talking about water noodles. I figured now is a good enough time as any. I mean, when I see the horrors of the infinite universe, I would assume I'd want noodles.
Yeah, this is good.
Cheetos.
This is really good. And she like with her like right hand is chopsticks in hand eating noodles while the other hand continues to draw. And like has like a whole conversation with all of you. And like is animated and connected, with the group while you're all doing the thing, and her left hand is just like idly completing some sort of shape or project that she like maybe almost like her eyes are almost like avoiding that area, right? Like she's talking to you all, looking at the noodles, looking at the stuff, and like this left hand side is almost a zone she doesn't even look into.
Okay, you're fully automatic writing at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You managed to have sort of a nice small meal, kind of getting a little bit of a chance to bond a little bit over this rather unfortunate set of circumstances. But after about an hour, you hear over your communicators your handler Benjiro say, "All right, I have the information. Meet me in briefing room 7.
Understood.
Okay.
Hello.
As you are getting up to go to the briefing. As you are getting up to go to the briefing room, Aisha and anyone who kind of looks in Aisha's direction, you see that the pad that she was writing on is entirely and completely, every scrap of paper is entirely covered with geometric shapes of various shapes and sizes. Looking at the paper itself is kind of strangely overwhelming in a way where all of these shapes are just overlapping and smashing into each other in ways that are just kind of unpleasant to the mind. It feels like there's too much chaos. Just not even, you can't even relegate it to the scribblings of a madwoman, because all of these geometric shapes are perfect. They are all, lines are perfectly straight. The angles are perfectly even, but there's just so much.
She's really good.
Aisha doesn't. She's if you're okay with this, Cody, she doesn't even like glance in its direction. It's like it's almost like an area that she does not acknowledge.
Okay.
Do we have AI in this world?
You have AI in Refuge at about the level we have AI now. So you've got like Chat GPT.
Never mind then. I was kind of hoping maybe we had like Cortana at levels of like AI, so we'd be like, what does this mean?
So another part of deep lore, this time for Carmen's world, you have actually just attained artificial intelligence at that level, and it is tearing your society apart currently.
Great.
A project put together by a group called the Terminus Institute has created the first, as far as anyone can tell, artificially intelligent android, effectively. Her name is December. And she not only has passed the Turing test, but lived as a human for a period of time under surveillance, which has led to a combination of people calling for her destruction, because this is the beginning of the robot uprising, to people calling for her to be freed because she is obviously, close enough to human that she should be given human rights. But yeah, so AI is maybe a little bit of a touchy subject for you.
Yeah. like Carmen's probably just like, remember December, and she's like, I like gives one of these, just like goes on,
This sounds like somebody we need to break out. This might be the prison break.
That would be
all right.
An amazing turn of events.
That would be wild.
It would be. All right.
Amber's best friend, December.
So you make it to briefing room 7, and as you enter, you see Benjiro sitting fully cross-legged on the table. He has the little sort of squat Dharma doll balanced on his head. And without opening his eyes, he says, "It's been a very long day, hasn't it?"
Yeah, quite so.
Oh, yeah.
He looks up to you, Aisha, and says, "I know it's probably nothing you want to hear, but are you feeling any better?"
Oh, Hugo, yeah, everybody's been very helpful, and I am feeling better. If there's work to be done, I think I would like to do it.
If problems persist, we do have on-site psychologists that you could see.
Okay, that sounds helpful.
He nods and kind of slides back off the table, putting the little Dharma doll back down. Says, "I will admit you got the short end of the stick for your first mission out of training. I wasn't expecting you'd have to go through all of this. But you've proven yourselves more than capable." He reaches over and types the coordinates into the system, and this main screen is showing a sky view of a big central island in the archipelago that you are currently on at the moment. A red dot appears over this forested mountain range, and Benjiro says, "This is our target. Hopefully the last leg of our journey. You know the objective. Find Kagura and eliminate her. Make it through this. I'll grab a bottle of plum wine to celebrate."
Okay.
I could drink.
Might help. And we're gonna go through the gates, right, to get there.
Yes.
That's good.
No rift diving will be necessary.
I like that. Thank you.
I don't think you should rift dive ever again.
You're probably
I mean,
not.
I might be really good at it now.
Never again does it sound realistic. Let's not set unrealistic expectations for our dear friend.
Fair
But
enough.
maybe not for a minute.
We could take a break. Yeah.
Maybe like not again for this mission.
That's probably good. A break is good.
I'll make a note in your file. Benjiro says, "I'll make a note in your file."
Yeah. That's documentation. It's wonderful.
In theory, you should be able to avoid rift diving for a while. And should you not be able to, we can likely get backup teams on site.
Okay.
All right. So for the last time, you are able to head down to the armory and prepare yourself for the mission.
After we leave, like Benjiro's like earshot. I know that we're all like connected and he can hear everything we do and say and all that kind of stuff. But it hasn't sunk in all the way for Aisha maybe in this moment. But as we're leaving, she's like, I noticed that he didn't offer a recovery team. Like backup teams, yes. But I wonder if maybe in certain circumstances there is no recovery.
What do you mean by recovery?
Like when I was adrift, I could foresee that I was maybe there for a longer time than my bones would carry form. So I kind of wonder if maybe people get actually lost, like lost to that.
Maybe.
I'm sure they do, but that's not a fate for you.
That's right. You were there for me. You all were, and that was that's like I think that I was very fortunate. So thank you all.
No problem. No soldier left behind and all that.
I wonder if I could get a starship in one of those rifts.
Now that is interesting. Let's see if we
I
can
already see
requisition a
that.
starship.
Sorry.
All right.
How many going to kill somebody, I guess?
Gotcha.
Aisha is going to spend the first minute trying to negotiate for a starship.
I mean, you can try to negotiate for a starship. It is way more requisition points than you have.
Yep, exactly. But she's gonna be like, so you're saying it's possible? I just don't have the financial backing yet. Got it.
You are not trusted enough by the agency to requisition a spacecraft.
That's fair. It is only my second mission. Maybe by the third or fourth.
All right. So is there anything that you guys want to swap out? Anything you want to grab specifically? You are going to, as far as you can tell, a ruined village in the mountains to find a Dodomeki named Kagura, who will likely be surrounded by allies and holed up somewhere.
Good. We still have the 3 points for requisition.
Yeah.
Let me do that scroll thing all the way down to where that stuff is.
Yeah, page 42 in the book we have.
Nice. I love it when a PDF lets me type the page number I'm looking for and it actually goes to that page.
Instead of the other one.
Yeah,
It's like
instead of
behind.
the location. You
Yeah.
know, I want the page. Yeah, that's cool. We're here. We got it.
Question: are we trying to keep anyone alive, or have we been tasked to kill these motherfuckers?
You have been tasked to kill these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Love to hear that.
In theory, where you are going, there should not be any civilians.
Oh, fantastic. Give me 1 second.
Could we feasibly put a poison on one of our shurikens?
You can actually put
And
poison on
influence.
3 of your shuriken, I believe, using 1 vial of poison.
Beautiful. Love that.
So about the starship, that would be actually really helpful.
You've gotten, I feel like by now, you have somehow in like a day and a half managed to get a reputation at the armory.
This is good. This is good.
Like your reputation precedes you to where when you ask for a starship, I feel like they're even a little surprised that you asked for something that they could reasonably provide to you if you had high enough requisition.
They're like, wait, no, we don't need. Well, we actually do carry that, but you just don't qualify for it. That's actually a thing on our list.
You got to raise that credit score, bud.
I'm sorry. I don't have the credit score for that yet. Question.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that we have the snake poison stuff, right? What is it called? Snake scale solution, right?
Yes.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay. I need to put that in my bullets.
Unfortunately, it is not firearm applicable.
Okay. Is there a crafting tool to make it firearm? There are hollow points.
Not currently.
Damn it.
Hey, we're planning on doing DLC for Shadow Scar like we do for Cyberpunk, so maybe you'll get that down the road.
Okay.
It's about the.
I'm covering my
acceleration.
shurikens in it. Don't worry.
I'm still gonna take it. Like
I have 1 requisition point I can give to the crew because 3 I can't really get. I've got 2 on poison.
I was gonna get a breathing mask, but then I read my character sheet and I can hold my breath for like 30 minutes, so I probably won't need a breathing mask.
Nice.
I can't imagine being out of air for more than 30 minutes.
What I do like about the things like that was like 30 minutes. Like, well, in combat, that's effectively forever, right?
Yeah.
Because like in no D&D or like in no like gaming combat does it ever last that long.
That's like 300 rounds of combat. That's like 3 months of gameplay.
Yeah.
You know what? This is what I'm gonna do because I know me and I know me well enough. I'm gonna take armor.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because it reduces damage by 1.
Yep.
And then what else do I have? I'm gonna take 12 shurikens because I'm gonna need that. Because I think I also have poison as well.
You all, what else? Taylor, you've got shurikens and poison.
I have shurikens normally, so I just have poison for them. So if anyone needs my additional requisition point for something, feel free.
I might get. I haven't heard security bar yet, so pick one of those up.
Yep. I have one on my
tracking device.
Oh, nice.
Don't already have. Oh, just kidding. I'm gonna do flower stem elixir instead. I don't have any of that.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I have those and the first aid kit and mood stabilizer. Okay. Yeah, she buys the heavy maul.
Okay. That's choice.
All right. Also, Cody, I have this thing called Corpse Eater. It says it's in a viral. How many, let's just say, if I put this on my shurikens and I throw it at somebody?
So Corpse Eater interacts with dead organic material. So it's something you can pour over a body to get rid of the body.
So it's not like acid in the sense of like, okay, well, fine. Fine. I need the armor because I'm going to be up close and personal, I feel like, so.
All right, so any last things anybody wants to pick up?
Just gonna make sure I'm happy with this. I think I'm pretty happy with them all.
Okay, I'm fascinated, but all right. Okay, so with your, I feel like the person at the armory, like you say, I need a maul, and they double take. They go back and get this like big, like Kanabo style like maul and set it on the table, like they're not even certain you can lift it.
Right. Yeah, and she takes a second, like, do you have? It'll be fine. And she like hefts it, and like really puts her shoulders into it and gets it over her hips, kind of thing.
Okay, all right. So together you head down to the gatehouse. You are directed to one of the gates, which is looking out over what looks to be sort of out off a balcony into a very small village, obviously on one of the islands in Nakatsukuni. As you step through, you are greeted by agency contacts on the other side and kind of pointed out a trail to take. It's going to be a long hike. You effectively have to go from sort of the more coastal section of the island up into the mountains. And it takes you a good 2 hours to kind of travel up there, all the while moving through forested terrain and kind of foothills regions as the weather stays kind of cold and gray for most of it. By the time you reach sort of the bluff where this coordinates marks, you can look out over the land below, and you see this big, wide, like crystal blue river, which is running through a mountain valley. And over on the other side of this sort of river valley, you can see a 40-foot cliffside that's once again kind of on the other side looking over this river, where there is what was obviously the remains of a small village. You see maybe 5 or 6 buildings, many of them broken down and damaged. And a big sort of what looks like it might have at some point been a rather luxurious like manor house, effectively, though it has equally been damaged by likely some conflict during the 100 Years of Sorrow when the yokai besieged humanity. Equally around the area, which might be interesting, you see a number of floating islands, these big chunks of rock and earth that were rent out of the ground during conflicts between the gods in the 100 Years of Sorrow, which now just sort of float listlessly in the air. There are probably 4 or 5 of them kind of floating in different areas, many of them with kind of vines or roots hanging down that you could pretty easily get to if you wanted to get up onto them. The last thing you notice kind of looking out over this scene is that the wind is starting to pick up. And as you look up, you see what is not perhaps the strangest sight in the Katsukuni, but you see 2 beings good hundreds of feet up in the air, one of which appears to be a sort of humanoid form made out of writhing wind and clouds, and the other this massive like hawk made out of crystals of ice. 2 kunitsukami, 2 of the more powerful nature spirits in Nakatsukuni, currently having some form of dispute hundreds of feet above where you currently are. And as they have this dispute, their natural power is kind of causing this oncoming storm.
That's cool. I think Aisha is like the maul, right? This big hammer thing with this huge shaft, right? She's like choked up on the shaft, so she's carrying it closer to the hammerhead, so it's all balanced in her grip, right?
Okay.
And she's added like some ribbons to it, like
Okay.
a gold, a purple, and another gold ribbon to it. And so like as this like storm brews, like the ribbons get caught, right, and kind of flow a little bit.
Okay.
And she's like standing there with a resolute look on her face, trying to get, focused on the task ahead. Yeah, I think Aisha's changed. I think Aisha's bringing a new energy going forward.
All right.
I just wanted to paint a little picture that was brewing in my head about this wind whipping up, and I was like, you know what? Aisha's she's come back different.
What's the vibe for I get Aisha's vibe, so I'm trying to read off the other 2 people's vibes. It's like, because he's messing around with his pistol, right? And he's starting to screw on his silencer, and then he's like sees Aisha, and I'm like, And now he's looking at the other two like, are we doing this quiet? Like, are we doing this loud? Like, what?
I think Carmen is like doing the like, I'm standing, I don't have anything to stabilize myself, so I'm doing some like moving dynamic stretches, like the kind of like jumping and like stretching the knees and like limbering up and just like kind of looks like she's getting ready to like smash some heads, but or like fit a little vent, you know? It's like same stretches for both activities, but she's hyped. She's hyping herself up. She's ready to go.
Good.
Ready to rumble.
Osama's just looking around like eyes wide and like, can we go in loud? I feel like if we go in loud, we're dead, right? Is that how
like
that
a
is?
secret entrance or something?
Yeah.
There is a underwater tunnel that you were told about by chance.
Tunnel.
Through the mountain.
Okay. Underwater tunnel. I can handle it.
This seems better. This seems better.
For now. And he just he puts the silencer on. For now. He's like, okay.
So
Aisha looks to Hugo to know what to do next.
He does one of these.
She like pulls up her pulls over her hood, pulls up her mask, so it's just her eyes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was looking at like what Hugo's not in his suit like he has been. He took the time to change, and I think we have similar clothing style. And he's not full ninja, but it's like he's definitely gone into like camo fatigues in the sense of like, or like what, like black military fatigues.
Yeah, she's in her shinobi outfit that's listed on her character sheet, so she's all stealthed up now.
nice.
Did you do this? She's like, oh.
Okay, so as far as you know, the enemy does not know you're here. It is a little bit distant across this river valley to really tell exactly who's where, but you do see a few firelights in some of the buildings surrounding this village. So what's the play?
I can sneak up and grab a guard and bring him back to interrogate to get a better layout. If everybody's cool with that one.
What if 0 people knew that we were here?
Oh, he's not getting he, she, or they, them, whatever they want to call themselves. They're not gonna leave the interrogation.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like this is the area that you have much more expertise on than I do. So.
Okay. David, how's your stealth?
Aisha's pretty stealthy.
I'm gonna have Aisha come with me. We're gonna snatch a person to interrogate to see what the lay of the land and try to get information out of them.
Yeah, that's sounds wise. There's no just to make sure, there's no like technology or anything like that here, right, Cody? This is all like kind of feudal looking.
In this area, you are dealing with effectively 17th century Japanese technology.
Right. Okay.
So, how do you want to approach the village?
Stealthy.
Okay, do you want to go through the river to the tunnel? Do you want to go? You could probably get pretty far over the floating islands.
I think if we have a secret tunnel, it would be wise for us to take the secret tunnel.
Okay, so the two of you go down and kind of wade into this freezing cold river.
Good.
And dive down into the water. It is crystal clear, and you can see very, very clearly this big, like, underwater cave kind of towards the the village side of this river. As you dive down into this cave, and you're kind of moving through the water, Osamu and Carmen, are you kind of hanging back?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll look to Carmen and be like, "Did we hide here, or do we like just give them like 30 seconds and we follow?"
Yeah, I don't really know how long the tunnel was. I was kind of, I mean, like, I could definitely figure that out. You know, if it's like a really long one, like that's not really a huge issue. But like if it's a short one, I guess it's the same either way. So, I mean, we can just chill here.
Okay.
Just find a nice place to just kind of like hunker down. I'm assuming they're coming back. They didn't tell us to follow.
Okay, you kind of hunker down on the other side at that bluff. Aisha and Hugo, you make your way down into this cave and find a tunnel kind of going back into the back of this cave, which kind of starts curving up until eventually you hit what is almost like a shaft just going straight up. You can see the walls of this cave, while many of them have been kind of worn away by the water. This cave was very clearly dug out by something very large with very large claws.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know I was making a joke about like Avatar during the secret tunnel, but I didn't really know we had giant blind mole rat things here.
I mean, okay. I was just gonna pause and say, are you and me going up or are we going back? Question. With various hand signals, like, are we going up or are we going back? Question mark.
I think he will give hand signals of going back because he was assuming that this would have led into like an open room, not somewhere where we have to climb up.
Well, I will say, being trained shinobi, you're not going to have to like make a check to climb up here.
Oh, sweet.
I was also trying to get the guy to come down with us peacefully. That's now I think it's like, all right, well.
I see. Okay. I mean, if we do a proper snatch and grab, it could work.
Fair.
Or we could be way in over our heads with just two of us.
Let's try to do a proper snatch.
This is clearly communicated quietly while underwater with hand signals.
Right, because the whole thing is I want to get him back to Osamu. Right. Because Osamu's the talker.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
All right, then yeah, she'll continue up.
Yeah. We'll go up.
Okay. You climb up this this shaft. Kind of a little bit slick from the rain and water, but you manage to get up to the area where you can see this little bit of light coming in. And as you kind of like push up on what almost seems like not a hatch, but almost more like something that has collapsed over the entrance of this tunnel, you kind of smell damp, slightly moldering hay, and you look out and see that you are in a large, almost like barn-like structure. There are holes in the ceiling, a few holes in the walls. It is obviously damaged by conflict many, many, many years past, but you don't see anyone in there. Okay. However, you do hear voices outside the barn. You hear a voice saying, "No, the roof's shot. We're not going to be able to fix that. I mean, maybe we can patch it, but do you want to get up there?" And another voice saying, "No, but I mean, Kagura said we have to fortify, and it wouldn't be very fortified if there's a hole in the roof." So you can hear this sort of conversation happening outside this barn area.
Through the communicator, Aisha is going to say to the folks that are not here that there are two people outside having a conversation, but the barn that we showed up in is empty. If you can...
Sweet. I was getting antsy. All right, be there in 5.
And Aisha, barn has doors either end. What are our entrances looking like here?
There is one big sort of double door that's kind of barely hanging on towards the front of this structure. And there are like kind of latched windows on sort of the other sides of the building.
Gotcha. And they're going to fortify this building. Okay, cool.
Are you popping up?
I mean, Aisha wants to.
Yeah, I'll follow Aisha.
Okay. Yeah, so
As
she'll like,
okay.
do the like peering, making sure before actually committing to the room kind of thing. But yeah.
You clamber up out of this shaft, and you can feel the cold wind kind of hit your cold clothing, and you can feel sort of chill go through your body. If you don't find some drier clothes to change into, you're probably going to have some problems.
Okay. It's good. Yeah. Cold reminds me of the rift. I will go and find.
Oh no.
Okay. Sometimes barns were working barns, and I'm gonna go see if like the folks who worked this area had clothes and they left them in the barn, and they may not be the greatest of clothes, but like maybe they're dry. So I'm gonna kind of search this building for clothing.
It doesn't take you very long to find some kind of worn clothing that you could probably wear under to kind of keep you separated from the wet clothing.
Okay.
Kind of build a heating layer inside your clothes, as it were. Sure. There's clothing for quite a few people.
Nice. Is it like to a certain uniform or style?
It is sort of almost like robe-like top with shorter sleeves and kind of like mid-calf length pants, generally both made out of a bit of a rougher cloth.
Okay. Yeah. So like farm worker style, like just clothing that will protect you from like the elements a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So Carmen is going down. Osamu's going down. Okay. The two of you dive down and find this tunnel. You are making your way through it as Hugo and Aisha, you hear that conversation kind of continuing as you hear like footsteps around the building as they're obviously kind of circling the building. You hear little comments here and there. One of them says, windows are still latched. That's secure enough, right? No one says, yeah, that's probably secure enough. We probably don't have to do anything about that.
I love these two. They're so good.
Outside, you can hear the wind picking up as that storm starts to worsen. It's not long before Carmen and Osamu kind of make their way up through that shaft into the barn. You are all kind of gathered together.
Okay. Maybe silently through our communicators, just to not give us away. Aisha, you two know about the people and that they're inspecting the windows and roof and stuff like that. It sounds like one of them is going to try and like fix the roof, which maybe we could interject on that one, right? Like that feels like a cool thing. And then maybe we get one of these windows ready to like escape in case we need to do an escape through the window. But yeah, she's kind of like still like carrying this giant maul, and she's probably got like it like hooked over her shoulder a little bit. So she's got this big old hammer just kind of hanging down as she's like trying to like move around a little bit and just keep it from dragging or knocking against things.
Hey, real quick, Cody.
Yeah.
I have ox root. That's supposed to make me strong. Is that just one serving of ox root, or is it like, how does that work?
It is one that lasts for an hour.
One that lasts for an hour. Can I make a request?
You can definitely try.
Okay. Can I split the ox root in two and only get 30 minutes? Because I would like to give a half of it to Aisha, because it gets to increase your body by 1 for an hour. And I'm like, well, if I split it in half, it's 30 minutes.
Give me a master. Give me a difficult. So 4 successes required medicine check.
Wow.
4 successes required medicine check.
Can I assist?
Yeah, you can
have a
assist.
vested interest in this.
So you have a +1 bonus.
Sweet.
Okay, good, because I need 4 dice to even get close.
She looks at you as you start to do this, like, I don't think you should be doing this.
How about 2 6s and a 5?
Damn. All right.
That'll be the only good roll I have for the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Solid.
You're able to very carefully split this oxhorn root in what you think is just the right amount of sort of grain and pith that you could probably share with Aisha, though it will have a lesser effect as far as duration.
I look at Aisha. I was like, if we get into combat, pop this in your mouth. You'll feel a surge of energy. Should last about 30 minutes, though.
Oh.
Okay.
And do I swallow it or just keep it in there? You tell me
whatever
how
makes
to
you
do
feel
it.
comfortable. Yeah, I tell you how to do it. I'll be like,
So it's like a postage stamp, and you just put it under your tongue and you don't touch it.
I hold it right here on the back of my gums.
And just wait 30 minutes.
No, it starts 30 minutes.
Oh,
It starts immediately.
Good.
You got
Yeah,
30
sorry,
minutes.
I was on to
my
the other
fault.
story.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. Okay.
As they're kind of splitting this route, Osamu and Carmen, you hear the voices continue until they kind of reach the front of the building, where they are like right behind these 2 sort of rickety double doors. They're almost kind of like one last totaling up all the things they're going to have to do. Are you guys doing anything specific here?
So does assassination only kill people? Or is it like I can like we could like grab one and pull him in and he's not dead, but subdued.
You like key strike his like the base of his skull. He's like
I do have
he's
key
like,
strike.
assassinate, but laying asleep.
So it is unfortunately it kills them.
Damn.
Actually, no, we specify succeed the target character is reduced to 0 vitality. Reduced to 0 vitality can be unconscious if you want it to be.
Okay. What would a roll be if I just want to do like the thing where it's like hand over mouth, pull into the place and just like hold them?
That would be effectively a melee check because you're basically grappling.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So not as clean.
Yeah.
As just knocking them out. I mean, Carver's gonna be like, do we just want to like grab these 2 dudes and then whichever one wakes up first, we can interrogate him and then just kill the other one?
Maybe we throw one down the hole.
We could definitely. That water's pretty deep.
Okay.
I'd be uncomfortable at best.
Okay.
Guys, swimming is so much easier than 0G.
That's pretty great.
Take your word for it. Remembering vomiting just from like low grav, like in the ship.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
that's
Sure.
right. We had so many problems with that.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Yeah.
problems on that. I mean, a lot of problems in low grav.
Way easier
After-
to hold your breath without vacuum on it, like on your body.
After a moment, you hear one of them kind of outside say, "Okay, we got to look at the other buildings too." So, God, Sanji and Katsuo are looking at the blacksmith's building, right? No one says, "Yeah, we'll check that one next." And you hear kind of,
Do I recognize those names?
no, you
Okay.
do not recognize those names.
Okay.
That's what we're thinking of.
All right. I think Aisha's mission is to get to one of these windows and
Okay.
like unlatch it a little bit and just let it fall open enough so that she can see some of these people and get us. There's now 4 people mentioned, right? Is it 4 or is it 10? So she wants to get a little gander outside this building.
Okay, so Aisha is going to try to very stealthily lower one of these windows to kind of look through.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have anything that they want to do while that's happening?
Is that I think these guys are leaving. Is that a no on the smash and grab?
I mean,
There's 3
they
of
have
us.
not left yet. They
Yeah,
are.
window closing.
I think if Aisha, I think I'm gonna prep to snatch one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll snatch another one.
Okay.
I'll start getting poison on my shurikens for later.
Okay, so
Just prepping.
we'll start. Aisha, you are very carefully opening one of these windows. Go ahead and give me a stealth check here.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to, I know that they're about to do a snatch, right? Which is going to involve them, exposing themselves outside briefly. So that's the other piece here is I want to make sure that when they go to make this move, there's not somebody standing in the center watching,
Uh-huh.
that's going to immediately make us. Oh, that's a 6 and a 5. That's a 6 and a 5. So how many successes did I need to do a little recon?
Luckily, in this case, you are very lucky that they're about to snatch and grab because the people you were trying to stealth around also rolled a 6 and a 5. So you open this window and just the slightest creak, and out front, you are able to kind of see through the crack in this window. You can see a small, very familiar looking turtle-like creature, another kappa, and a green-skinned, kind of bulky looking humanoid creature with horns and tusks, who you would kind of recognize as a Namahage, one of the lesser ogres in Izanami's control. And
That one.
you also see across the way are a few buildings. Give me a perception check, because you have a couple moments before things get chaotic.
Mind and awareness.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure I got the right dice pool here. Oh, that's 2 6s. and 2
Okay.
4s. Yes.
Across the way, attached to the roof of one of these crumbling buildings, you see the telltale light of a very futuristic looking security camera.
Okay. All right. So I'll note that for the group. High-tech security on the building across the way. But I'm not seeing other people watching these 2 folks. So
No.
when my guys open the whatever to grab.
The only thing you might be concerned about is that security camera.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Then I will let them know that there's a camera across the way that might have a visual on this door.
Okay. You do have one other action because you are trying to stealth your way to see through the window, and you have one other action.
Take the camera out.
I mean, but with what? So,
Fair.
you know.
Yeah,
like,
shuriken would be really loud, I bet.
well, and it's like way across the thing, you know. Like,
It's within
that's fair.
it's within range. You could try to make a shuriken shot with it.
friends, I don't know. That's not a great roll. I think I just warn you that you've got a camera on you, and that
I'll see if I can add that into my combo I'm about to unleash.
There it is. Maybe what I should does is give you both very specific location information for said camera. So if you wanted to do something about it with maybe a silenced pistol, you could be like, "Shoo," and then I don't know.
Okay,
But
so
I don't have those things. I just tell you exactly where it is and what you're looking for if you wanted to spot it.
in this moment, you warn them, and about that moment, the ogre turns around and sees you like peeking through the window, and looks shocked. And then the two of you jump out. Are you like fully coming out, pulling them in? Are you kind of like hiding behind the door and assassinating them? What's the play?
I definitely want to go more for the assassination angle. I think just because of how both these guys seem pretty heavy, I think that's gonna mean Karma's gonna have to do kind of some like judo-esque maneuvers to use their body weight, because I don't have the brute strength for that. So I think like Karma's goal is to like grab one and like flip them over into the barn and then deal with them in there. So it's a little cleaner maybe.
Okay. So which one of you wants to roll first?
I mean,
Is
I'll
this
roll
gonna be
first.
within view of
go
that
ahead.
security camera?
Is what in view of the security
Is
camera?
all of this in view of that security camera?
It would theoretically, yes.
Cool. Can I, while they're jumping shuriken at the camera?
So you guys are an initiative and you can decide your actions. So yes, if they will let you go ahead of them to shuriken the security camera, you can give it a shot.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So Osamu, you like duck out real careful out one of the other windows, I guess, and hurl this shuriken.
Just like lean on Aisha's shoulder, just like
Even if it just turns, that'd be really helpful if it's not
Yeah.
broken.
I have 2 successes.
You whip the shuriken out. It spins through the air and sticks into the lens of this camera, and you see a spark.
Nice.
And the kappa, as the Amahage looks to Aisha, the kappa looks to the security camera, and then Casey, make a stealth check.
Ah, yes, kappas, my favorite beings.
I knew you'd want that one. That's like your
Yeah.
new grannies, I think. Grannies and kappas.
I'm gonna do luck, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice.
Bang.
A 6, a 5, a 5.
Okay, you like reach around the corner of this door and grab the kappa and pull him around, and kind of behind the door, just fully. You're killing, I assume.
Real quick, we would know
Yeah.
in training which ones are the like more intelligent ones. Is it the kappa or would it be the ogre?
Technically, the kappa are more. Technically, the kappa are more intelligent.
Okay,
But they wouldn't be in charge.
They're both like human level intelligence, but
Okay, they're both. I'm sorry. I should have done all this in the beginning. I'm sorry, Cody. And you can tell me, no, make a decision. But which one seemed more in charge?
neither of them.
Neither of them.
That's true. They were kind of having
They're
a
grunts.
meandering discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna choke him out, and I'll choke him out this time. Just choke him out.
You pull him inside, and after a couple seconds, he goes limp as you're holding him there, having gotten a full blood choke on him. And in that moment, Carmen, give me a stealth check. Aiming to kill, aiming to knock out.
I think probably knockout, just in case, so we have an extra one. I mean, how hard is it going to be to kill an unconscious creature? You know, like that's probably pretty easy. So I'm just step by step. Okay. Remind me, what's the number I need for it to be a success?
4 and higher.
Oh, sweet, 4 successes.
Okay, you as well reach around the corner, pull this Namahage into the room, and I think you just like hit a pressure point, and he kind of collapses.
Yeah, like a flip him over kind of thing, and then it's just like the like all up the spine. He's just like.
Hell yeah. The camera is damaged. It catches none of this.
Yes.
You are left with
third guy.
They mentioned 2 others, but they mentioned 2 others at a blacksmith's workshop.
All right. I'll look at Taylor's character, Asamu. I don't know why I was like zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
I look. It's like, which one you want to talk to? You're the talker.
Which one is
Isn't
not
he pretty?
Yeah, which one's fully not unconscious?
Well, both of them are unconscious.
They're both
of them are
unconscious.
fully unconscious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just walk over to the left one and just smack.
Which
Wait,
one?
what am I asking? Just whichever one's on the left.
Okay. You walk over to the Namahage and slap.
And I'm keeping an eye out through the window.
Okay.
You know, while they do the work, I'll watch our backs.
So you wake this Namahage, and for a moment he's kind of groggy, but his eyes focus on you, and he sees the rest of you. And I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious that you are probably Shadowscar agents.
We're definitely not farmers.
Don't.
Okay, nobody has like secured this Namahage.
Oh shit.
Hey, assume strong man hold. You told me to talk to him. I did.
Fair.
All right. Give me highest person with initiative. In this case, awareness checks. Give me a awareness check.
I have 4s. I don't have higher than 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 as well. Who has? I mean,
Like someone usually goes before me. Is it you, David?
Yeah.
You have higher awareness?
Yeah. Am I okay to roll initiative on this? Because I feel like,
If you've got the highest.
Yeah, you have the highest awareness out of all of us.
have pretty good. Was that 5? Okay. That is a 6 and a 4.
You start to act, but he's just slightly faster. Go ahead and unmark your Inyo.
Ooh.
Cool.
Osamu.
Yeah.
You see this Namahage draw this knife from its side and lunge at you. You are going to need to defend yourself in some way. You could roll an athletics check to try and sort of dodge the attack. You don't have any weapons, but you could try to block martial arts style.
I have a staff.
Have you drawn the staff though?
No, I just have my shurikens. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming resistance in this case is more like mental.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Oh, Lord. One success out of my 2 dice that I just rolled.
This Namahage leaps up and cleaves this knife into your gut. And I'm going to trigger your Inyo. You can unmark it. As the blade digs deep, you are going to take 5 points of damage.
Cool. What's my health? Oh, ow. Ow. That hurt.
Ouch.
The Namahage, luckily, then turns towards, unfortunately, the one who knocked it out, which in this case is Carmen, which is someone much better at defending themselves.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, we hope.
Oh, we hope. So this Namahage lunges at you with a knife.
Same deal. I can roll athletics to like dodge.
Yep.
Okay. What? That is 4 successes again.
This Namahage is running hot because it has 5 successes.
Whoa.
It lunges and the blade cuts along your arm. You take 2 points of damage. I believe you have armor. So you take 1 point of damage. And it snarls as it like is fully surrounded. But it's got this knife and it's like looking from person to person as it is kind of preparing to swing on somebody else. Luckily, it has not yet raised an alarm because it's focused on trying to kill you. Who wants to go first in your initiative round?
I'd love to just like jumping kick that dude into the big hole behind him.
Okay, so
I ain't got time for this today.
Okay, so that would be a melee check.
Sure. Yeah. Is the like pushing into the hole included, or is that like a special thing I need to have?
I mean, no, you are effectively aiming to shove him. So
Nice.
yeah, go ahead and make a melee check. They're going to try to defend.
I got 6 successes.
He swings on you. The blade cuts through your arm, and you kind of like grab his blade arm, swing him over to your side, and then kick his legs out from under him as he topples down into the chute. You hear a guttural yell kind of echoing through the chute, and then a hard splash at the bottom as he falls about 40 feet into the water.
I don't know if that sounded fatal, guys.
Don't worry. And I walk over to the hole. Do I see him swimming?
I mean, you don't see him swimming. He's as far as you can tell, not dead, but he's kind of spluttering in the water.
Maybe you can't swim.
What's mag dump? What's mag dump option in this?
Wait.
You can take 2 actions to shoot.
What's up, David? Hold on.
I was thinking, because, Aisha's up a little bit on the window. We hear like Aisha's little ninja feet like pep, 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 along the rafter. And then
You're jumping in?
I mean, 40 foot of momentum is a lot of damage.
Especially with one of those giant, like...
Yeah, she ain't wrong in this one.
Okay, so I need you then to make. Honestly, I'm going to call for an athletics check in this case.
That's
Hey,
fair.
Hey,
That's
guess
fair.
what? Snap down on a Slim Jim right now.
What's my goal? Wait, I'm trying to hit a hole. You know, I'm trying to.
I just the idea of somebody dropping 40 feet with a kanabo pointed down, that's gonna hurt. That one's gonna hurt, I
That's a
think.
lot of damage.
That's what I want. That's what I want. That is a 6 and a 4 to 1.
You run over and leap down this hole, and at the bottom, you land on top of this Namahage, bringing down the maul on them, and just you feel the body kind of give way underneath you as you push it underwater, and there's like a spray of blood from the Namahage's mouth as you likely crush several internal organs.
David, just keep it down there. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah, I think she. This was the extent of her plan.
Okay.
So is it dead?
Yes, it's very much dead.
Okay, cool. I think you all hear like a moment later. Got it.
Can I put down? I have 2 vines, right?
Yeah.
One of my vines is gonna tie the cap up because we ain't doing this shit again.
Okay.
And my other one is lowering down to help Aisha get out of the hole.
Nice.
You have to kind of brace yourself a little because it's a pretty deep hole, but you managed to kind of give Aisha a rope to get back up even easier.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and bring this body with me if that's doable. With
the rope added, you can, but yeah, Hugo, you're definitely like straining a bit as you manage to help pull them up.
Look, Hugo, helping people means hurting yourself.
Pretty much.
You pull up the broken body of this Namahage.
So we have one that we can still ask questions of, or
That's my bad. I totally thought I got like the right pressure point to keep him from being too mobile, but I guess I hit a different one. I was trying really hard not to kill him. I got distracted.
This whole time, Osamu's just been like doubled over and is just doing like heavy breathing, like not doing well. Right. Doesn't ever get hurt. Is not happy about this moment.
Can I look at that wound? Is that something that can first aid be done quickly, or like a later thing? Because I do have a first aid kit.
So with a first aid kit, you can make a check to attempt to kind of patch the wound. In this case, effectively, what you'll be doing is making a medicine check. It's going to take a minute, but if you make a medicine check, you can restore a number of points of vitality equal to the number of successes you roll.
I could use my flower stem elixir, maybe. Well, I guess we have time now, and that seems like more of an instant fix. So maybe it's the.
Is that what that does? It's like a quick.
Flower stem elixir is 5 vitality points when you ingest it. So like.
Oh
yeah.
That's a quick like right now, but if we have time, maybe first aid's more reasonable at this moment.
Okay.
Because we probably can't first aid in battle, but we can drink that in battle, you know, like so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, thematically we'll do the first aid then.
Okay.
Oh, that is a 6, a 5, and a 5.
Okay, so that's 5. As you are tending to him, the wind picks up outside, and I think kind of peeking out through the slats and broken sections of the barn, you see snow heavily falling around you.
Cool.
So much so that the area is somewhat obscured. It's kind of hard to see anything around you in this kind of flurry of snow.
Lovely, lovely. I'm gonna wake the Kappa up.
Now that he's tied
Secured.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
is
How
tied up.
much numerically did that help me, vitality-wise?
5 points. So you got back
Oh.
what you lost.
Hell yeah.
Now, is there any kind of limitation? You can only be first aided like once.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay.
And I have my pistol out, and I'll be like, wakey, wakey, Mr. Kappa. My friends have some questions, and it would be wise that you behave.
You wake this Kappa, eyes kind of like open. He looks around and sees all of you and sees the just brutalized body of his associate. And he says, "I'm not going to tell you anything." He kind of like snaps his beak shut.
See,
Is there something absorbent in this barn? Like that would absorb water, perhaps?
I mean, there's still some sort of rough, worn clothing.
I'll get some clothes and I'll just dangle it above his little head puddle and I'll be like, don't test me.
Make a manipulation check with a +1 bonus.
That's a
Nice,
good deep
that's-
cut too from like episode 1.
Manipulation is my best skill. Oh, wait, +1, that's +1 die, right?
Yeah, +1 die.
Oh, sweet. That's 6. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 successes.
So you you threatened this Kappa and threatened with having the pool of water in his head dried and seeing the brutalized body of his compatriot and having a gun in his face and seeing Aisha with this bloody maul.
I'm just smiling at him.
Osama's fine though. You see him kind of shaking in his shell, as it were.
Also, you're gonna listen to us now. That's what it looks like to me. Hey, we've had like a really rough day. I don't deal well with the cold. We'd love to just like get on out of here if we could, and I'd love your help to do this for both your sake and ours. Why don't we just like cut the bullshit and let me know where does Kagura hang out? You know, where might they be? Where might their like home where they keep their belongings be?
Give me a manipulation check at a +2 bonus.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will gladly. This is also my best skill. Oh, okay. Only 1 6, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes out of 7.
Okay. Yeah. No. He says she's in the manor house. That's where she stays. We're not allowed to go in there, but it's where she's got all her cameras and everything. She's always there. She's there right now.
Cool. So who is allowed in if you're not?
Oh, nobody. We only go in when she calls us in.
And that's usually what, like for a job or something?
Instructions. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Do you
We're
have
fortifying the town for Kagura.
Yeah.
Do you have your common mask?
He's tied up right now, but he kind of like indicates to where you can see it kind of like almost like tied by a strap sort of around his shell area.
Yeah. I'll just take that.
do you need?
So you're like fortifying just like everything. Like, give us the details. You know, what were you supposed to report back with?
We were just supposed to fortify all the buildings. Kagura wants the village fortified to be a headquarters.
Handy. Okay. Mentally, what else do we need to know from this guy?
What's with the fight going on up in the air? Does he know what's going on with that?
Yeah,
she
why-
says like to the through a mind link. I don't want to talk to this person.
It's all like, side note, because I just can't help but notice that they're like, I don't know, elements or gods or something up there, like having a little kerfuffle. What's that about? You know?
I don't know. They've been fighting on and off for a week.
Oh, I see. Are they always here? Are they normally not fighting?
I don't know. They go to separate corners of the island, I guess. I don't know. I don't ask.
Well, that's unfortunate. Anything else we need to know from this guy? I guess I'll just like, which one is the manor? I'm assuming the big, pretty nice one, probably in the middle or edge or
The one by
top
the
of a hill.
statue.
By statue. Okay, cool. Tight. Lots of cameras, you say. Are those like all operated from within the manor, or is there like somewhere else that does the tech?
There are a bunch of screens in the manor.
Cool.
Anything else anyone needs from this person? From this thing?
Nothing I think of.
I can't think of anything either. I know. Do you have any like? I'll ask through our telepathic link. Maybe see, is there like a special code word or knock or thing that they use to like, just say, hey, friendly.
Yeah. She's like, oh, by the way, sorry. One more question that'll totally get out of your hair. Lack of better words.
Your water.
Your water. Oh my God. I'm so rude. So sorry. Hi, my name is Craig. I like put a hand out and then realized I can't. What was your name?
He's a little taken aback as you say that. But he says, Hide, what?
Wonderful. I feel like we're having such a good conversation. I feel weird just like talking to like a nameless individual, to just send a little note to Aisha. Remember that name? Is there like any sort of, you said you only go when you're called, but is there any sort of like gesture, knock pattern, symbol that's like, hey, I'm coming in and we're friendly or anything? Or are y'all pretty trusting around here?
Make another manipulation check. This time at just a +1 bonus.
Okay.
He seems resistant to talk about that.
Love that. Well, that is a wild ass roll. 2 1s, 2 4s, 2 6s. So 2 6s, 2 4s. 6? The 6s count as 2? Okay.
6s count as 2. He looks resistant at first, but your charming smile and the fact that you could absolutely kill him at any moment eventually wins him over. And he says, there's no password or anything. He like reaches into a pouch kind of tied around his waist and pulls out a small, obviously refuge-based communicator. Mm-hmm. And he says, she calls us on this if we need to be at her, if she has instructions. Sometimes she calls us over to the manor.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And it's like direct? You don't have like a next person in charge you go to? It's like all...
He shakes his head.
Good to know. Awesome. Love that for us. Great. Well,
if he doesn't have a boss, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's actually the one in charge.
It's crazy. No middle management.
Also, just like because I feel a little bad. I mean, not really, because he did try to stab and kill me, but I do like to keep names of everyone that does try to murder me. What was your friend's name here? Pointing to horrible body.
I mean, he doesn't look choked up about it per se, mostly just afraid you're going to do the same thing. He says, Satoru.
Satoru. Strong name.
Yeah, I had a strong fucking arm. All right. He leans back.
Cool. So, friend, yes, how you doing? And Hugo looks directly in his eyes, and he's like, "Thank you for cooperating. The agency appreciates it." And then pulls the trigger under his head.
There is a spray of water and blood, and the body falls limp.
I'll push the clothes down at the same time, just kind of like.
Hugo, you, I can't help but to think earlier when you were talking about requisitions with the guy and the things, and you have some sort of horrible thing that can make bodies no longer exist. Can you do that on this guy?
Yeah. He rolls both the bodies up, and he's just like,
no, I think maybe here, before we do both, how are we going to get in there? Because I was kind of thinking if Aisha is pretending to be this guy and like, oh my God, humans are here and they killed my friends. I didn't write the names, but I saw David did. Here they are. We probably need a body and fuck up, but there could be other options. I just don't know how to get the other three of us.
I have a disguise kit, so I can disguise myself to look like him.
Ooh. Wait. He had a communicator. Does the other one have a communicator? Let's search them.
And a mask.
Yes.
Both of them have common, and both of them have a small, like, handheld communicator.
And a knife.
And in that moment, one of the communicators flashes. And you hear through it a voice say, Satoru, come in. Satoru?
I throw it at Aisha.
Mask.
Take the mask.
Mask. Put it on. Do the attunement thing.
You take the form of this kind of lanky, burly man with a big beard.
Satoru, I'm here.
What is your status, Satoru? One of my cameras is down. What happened?
Oh, a wind or something. I don't know. Hide's hiding from me. We'll stop. You called because we were playing our game again, huh? We'll stop.
As you are doing this, give me a performance check with a +1 bonus.
I think I've got some in performance, actually. I do. I said.
Playing our game again.
That is at the same level as how are you at the end of the conversation. Star Wars.
All good up here. How are you?
So it's a 6, a 5, and a 4.
Let's go. Let's go.
There's like a pause on the other end of the line. And after like a good, healthy minute pause,
I should just look at the gang who's probably all watching her, and she's like, it's good.
The voice says, report to my manor. We're going to have a talk.
Okay. Just me? I can't find Hide. He's hiding.
Unimportant. I'd like to talk to you, Satoru.
All right. Well, all right. I'll be over there shortly. Out. I hang up.
The communicator clicks off.
I don't know how, but I think that worked.
I think he was gonna die anyway. So we kind of just say that would have been crushing, I feel like, just to the ego to get called in like that, you know?
Yeah.
And we did he went out fighting.
Yeah, he
There's
went out
something
like a
to
true
that.
Yeah, that's how I would like to go out.
You look like a warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not going there.
Yeah. Well, we're all going there.
Oh, next.
Oh.
Or should we take care of the others first?
I mean, we got an opportunity. I say we take it.
Or we could avoid them and save our time and energy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like we just go there. Oh, what's up?
Yeah. It seems like they have, from what the stinky swamp guy, I think, was the one who was talking about it. They have a very vast network. I feel like others could then lead to others, could then lead to others, could then lead to others. And there could be like hundreds of people, So if we got it in to the head.
Okay.
I just don't know how the three of us are going to get there.
Right.
Well, okay. Hugo kind of is a little sheepish now. He's like, I have a plan.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our characters have no reaction to that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's never happened before.
That's never happened
in a dangerous, painful way.
The disguise kit, right? Is that just for humanoid, or can I absolutely try to disguise myself to look like one of these things?
I mean, it's gonna be a high roll, but you could try.
All right. Well, shit. All right. What's the roll? Mind, disguise.
I mean, could we have David put on the other mask so then you can see what their like human form looks like? Would that be easier to try and impersonate?
That is brilliant. I love that. You could look like the character I'm wearing now, and then I can put on the other mask.
Does your other mask make you look like the dude? Makes
them look like they're like human form.
Yes, gotcha. Okay.
Humans.
Yeah.
And
All right. I'll do
game.
that. Yeah, that seems a lot easier.
That they
Can we
always
do that?
play.
Yeah, that's gonna be substantially easier.
Sweet.
Go ahead and give me a challenging, so 3 successes required disguise check.
All right, so I'm gonna use another because I get how many times do I get Lady Luck?
3, and people can also help you. You could get someone to help you do this.
I could also help. I have a disguise kit, so I assume I know how to use the stuff in it as well.
So you get a +1 bonus from Osamu helping.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go with 5. We'll make it. I'll still use Lady Luck just because it's like 5. Because once we get in, I feel like I get back into my element of just shooting and punching things.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show me potato salad. Why roll so high here, friends? Yay! 3 6s, a 5, and a 1.
Damn. All right. Okay, so you are able to pretty effectively disguise yourself as the human disguise of Satoru.
Nice. All right, then I'll go and don the other mask.
Okay. Disguise as Hide and Satoru. What is the plan?
Taylor, what's your stealth at?
Not good. I was about to say we probably should have switched this around because I'm much more convincing. I probably should have been the guy undercover, but here we are. Because my stealth is garbage.
Wait. We're in a barn.
Yeah.
Are we lucky? Is there a cart?
Yeah, there's like a cart you would have attached to like an ox.
Oh, okay. All right. An ox cart. Well,
Not like a wheelbarrow hand cart.
I was thinking,
situation.
But maybe that's the game. Maybe I can get both of you in the ox cart, but in under some blankets and a bear. I don't know, in a thing, just to get you closer to the manor before somebody notices what's up.
Yeah, I think Carmen will peek outside and she's like, I can barely even see that camera at this point from the snow. Like, we can probably handle it.
Okay.
I also have my.
We're not going to get much further than the door, I feel like. So as long as we can get in the door.
I was thinking if I could just get you too close, and then we'll let you know when the gig is up.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
I have this thing that I can give Usamu. That's like a shinobi thing that gives +1 to stealth.
Bet we all have that.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Oh,
Yep.
An area of dim light or total darkness. Would a snowstorm count as dim light?
In this case, unfortunately, it would not.
Yeah, because we're in it's like a dark blue.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that makes sense.
okay. Question.
Yeah.
Just like how she helped me,
Yeah.
can I help her with the quote unquote disguise kit, right? To help her blend in better, to give her give him a +1 in stealth.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Osamu, make a disguise check.
Okay.
Ooh, wait. One last idea. We did find multiple farmers' outfits. What if you look like found farmers?
Like just been hiding out.
Yeah. And then I don't know.
I mean, I think we ought to put those on anyway because we would have frozen to death.
Yeah, by now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There. We've done that.
Yeah, I did good because I get an extra D for help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that brings it to 4. So yeah, I have 2 6s, so 4, 5 successes.
Nice.
Okay. You are able to kind of
Concealed.
you kind of put some white paint in your hair. You pale down your skin. You kind of like cover over the sort of worn clothing to make it a little paler, and you are fairly certain you've got some snow camo going on.
Yeah. For either of the two that are gonna look like the guy, probably maybe to Hugo, since you're the one that they specifically called for. I have a tonic. Highs and lows here. For 1 hour after ingesting this tonic, a character gains +1 bonus to the charm and convince social actions. Might be helpful. But while affected this drug, you cannot gain benefits from any other drugs. So if you do get fucked up, we can't probably use that healing stuff on you.
Oh shit.
And I can't use my ox stuff either.
Well,
I could also offer it to Aisha if either of y'all want any sort of boost in social.
I'll be all right. Okay. I'll be all right. If I'm not all right, then I got my friends.
You know what? Hold on. Let me see. Because it's all mind, right? What's social
spirit?
And you say it gives a +1?
Yeah. To charm and convince social actions.
Scrap it. All right. Usamu, he hands you the other root. He's like, eat that. He takes the potion. You'll feel a jolt of energy and you'll be able to fight 6 men on your own.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
He just like waves his noodle arms. Okay.
I like it. He's like, I too.
One at a time, though.
And I guess I'll drink the potion.
Okay, you knock back the heartache tonic. And are you heading out?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do this. Be fine.
All right. You make your way out into this snowstorm. And together with the disguised Aisha, you start making your way up towards this manor house, which is kind of at the edge of the village. You see 2 big like watchtowers on either side of it that you can kind of barely see through the snow. And you can see almost looming out of the snow is a good like 30-foot tall statue of a samurai in armor with a sword raised. As you get closer, you see it is badly damaged. And honestly, it looks like it might tip over at any moment, but it was obviously regal at one time. As you make your way out, you see two more of these ogre creatures. One, this dark red-skinned ogre with long, flowing black hair. The other, a yellow-skinned ogre with a big, full sort of beard. Come out of what looks like at one point it was a smithy, and see the two of you. Osamu, make a stealth check.
Where am I?
Where are you?
Yeah, I was just kind of sneaking along as well. I didn't really.
Okay, then you give me a stealth check as well.
Yeah, I didn't really go so much with the snow camo, but like I figure I'm going to get a bunch of snow on me anyway, and so that's probably going to help. So
You have like a super awesome white like power suit too, don't you? Just normally.
In the character art, I do have a nice power suit. It's great.
3 successes for me. Very much needed 6.
They don't seem to spot you.
I got 4 successes.
They don't seem to spot either of you. As they kind of walk by, the yellow one kind of elbows the red one and says, "Wearing your kamen? What? You get used to looking like a human?" They kind of laugh to themselves.
I roll out my eyes like, and just and keep it moving.
They pass by you, and you see them kind of looking around, maybe a bit more actively than you would initially imagine. But you pass them by, and you kind of come into this courtyard where you start kind of looking towards this once elegant manor house, which has just been broken down by age and conflict during the 100 Years of Sorrow. And this big statue off to the side, kind of battered by the wind and looking like it might collapse at any moment. Who's approaching where? You can also see one of the two watchtowers on either side of the building, and even through the snow, you can see a single glowing eye in the watchtower off to your right.
Cool. Marking that camera to the group so they know to avoid that sight line if possible.
You have seen a few cameras as you've been making your way. It looks like the area has been fitted with security cameras to keep track of everything.
I know Carmen's going to try to be like kind of on the other side of the buildings so that maybe there's less security because it's not a place where like anybody would normally be trying to go.
So you're kind of along the backside of the village towards the cliffside.
Yeah.
So you actually come up on the tower, which is this rickety, partially broken watchtower, which they've obviously been trying to rebuild almost. It still looks like if you were to really, really put your weight into knocking over one of these legs, the whole thing might come toppling down.
I'm just hearing a bunch of things that I want to knock down because all that sounds great, but I just need to get somebody standing in front of it to crush them, and then I'm good to go.
There is something in that tower. You can kind of see every now and again a movement up in the top of the tower.
Oh.
Over the communicator, come and be like, guys, I think I could just kind of knock this tower over. Risk reward. If this thing just went toppling off the cliff, do you think that would be more of a benefit?
Is
the wind's blowing pretty hard?
I mean, look at the geometry here, right? Because Aisha's from a mechanical world. We think in terms of angles and things. If that tower were to tilt towards the manor house, could that land on the manor house?
It's close enough that it probably would.
Okay. So yeah, Aisha will say, well, it would, if we're gonna just knock things over, maybe we just knock it into the house and open a path.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I was kind of thinking the other direction, just up the cliff.
Like we need to at least get like the book, right? Like, isn't that our kind of goal? Like Kagra, maybe we'll talk, but we know she takes notes to find the green demon, right? Am I right on
We
that?
need to look. Yeah, no,
Yeah. So I feel like a tower inside of buildings gonna make it very hard to find a notebook.
Which way is the wind blowing? So like blowing to where the tower would fall towards the manor, or where the tower would fall off the cliff?
GM, which way is the wind blowing?
The wind is blowing down the valley, so actually it is blowing so that it would fall on the manor.
Huh? Well, that's more plausible than it falling off the cliff then.
So, Hugo and Aisha, you make it to the front of the tower, or the front of the manor.
Yep.
Code word, help.
You see that it has been rebuilt in a lot of places with a big, pretty heavy set of doors that have been kind of reinforced in the front.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna open one of the doors.
You pull open one of these big, heavy doors, and you are immediately greeted by a fairly strange sight. The inside of the manor house looks almost as though all the walls have been ripped out. So it creates this one massive room. There are damage to the walls. There are some holes in the ceiling through which kind of moonlight is falling down through, but it is primarily lit by these screens mounted on the walls around this space. You can see in the light of the screens in the moonlight, you can see crates, tons and tons of these big like industrial crates, all marked with the green demon's insignia, this green demon head symbol. You can see various forms of contraband from all of the different dimensions kind of scattered around, obviously taken tally. And in the middle of the room, you see this small, almost like living space setup with a woman sitting in the middle of it, directly in the center of the room. She is writing in a journal, looking down at the journal, but you can see that the top of the sort of kimono she's wearing is down, kind of off of her shoulders. And all along her arms, her chest, up her neck, across her head, and probably across her back, you see numerous glowing red eyes that are like constantly searching all around the room. Some of them appear to be watching the screens. Some of them are watching the ceiling. Some of them are probably looking at the various pieces of contraband. And a few of them lock onto you as you open the door.
I never get used to that.
I'm not interested in talking to you, Hide. Where is Satoru? And why are you wearing your kamen?
Just he'll explain it. And I'll open the door wider for the door to get in. And
I just look down at you as I'm walking in there like, thanks, boss. Boss. Hi. Yeah, the game. The thing that we learned from the humans' children called hide and seek. And we wanted to give it a try to hide ourselves better in the human world.
She looks up from this journal she's been writing in. Suddenly, all eyes focusing on you. And she says, remove your kamen, Satoru. There's no need for it here.
I'll take like a half step forward. I'll say, help.
I was like,
Where are we out on the tower? Hey guys, where are we out on the tower? I'm like, you know,
Yeah, you hear over the comms, help.
I'm gonna kick it.
I was like,
Okay.
this was so. He's like, take the comments back on.
Actually, I think even better. I think Carmen's gonna draw her like two-handed spiritual like armament, like greatsword, and just like cleave through one of the legs.
You create this beautiful, almost crystalline blade, this massive sword, and you cleave through the leg of this tower. And you watch as it creaks and bends and starts to fall towards the manor house. As you are watching it go, you see the sort of almost like spindly, almost frog-like body of a creature, a yokai of some form. Actually, you've seen an Akaname before. Kind of struggle to get out of the tower as it is collapsing into the building next to it. In the meantime, in the building, she says, remove your comment. It's not necessary here. And then you both hear this creaking groan, and a watchtower comes smashing through the ceiling and wall of one section of this manor house, absolutely obliterating a series of screens and bundles of contraband. And you see the body of a little red gremlin just kind of spill out of the tower as it is caught up in this like collapse of structures. Kagura is on her feet immediately, but you notice that while she's looking directly at you, all of the arms along her left side look towards the tower. Okay, we're gonna need some initiative now.
Yes. That's so good.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
this would be the time to chomp down on that little root I gave you.
Yeah.
For what feels like the 8th time during these 4 episodes, how's initiative work?
The person with the highest awareness score in your group rolls, and the person with the highest awareness score in the enemy's group rolls. We'll see where that comes out.
I would imagine the lady with a million eyes probably has the highest awareness score, but maybe I'm off base.
I'm not so sure about that one because I just rolled 2 6s, a 5, and a 4.
So we've got 2 6s, a 4, and a 4. Which in this case means you are tied. Ties generally go to players, so you are coming out on top here.
Oh, thank God.
So you move almost at the exact same time, but you're just a little bit faster.
Sweet. Awesome.
So who wants to go first in your turn?
I would love to say that, gosh, this kicked up a lot of dust and deep fog as I use this destruction to justify 50-foot radius, 100-foot, square cubed area of fog that only we can see through. That would feel really good for me right now.
Okay, so you form a hand sign and carefully, and fog ripples out across the inside of this manor house, kind of from the contact site of the two buildings.
There you go.
You can still see these bright glowing eyes kind of almost shining through the fog, but you've definitely filled the area with fog.
Awesome.
Okay. You have another action if you'd like to take it.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I am gonna try and stealth.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Yeah, and try and get around, try and get like an angle so I'm not where she remembered me standing in case she has some sort of like crazy thing, and I want to like get around and maybe later on attack.
Okay.
Right, so stealth is that. Right. Oh, that's good. That's 2 6s and a 4.
Okay, so you managed to kind of try to disappear into the fog.
We'll see.
You think she may have lost track of you, but there's so many eyes, it's hard to tell.
Okay. She only needs one on me, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, cool. Then that's my turn, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
How many actions do we get? 3, right?
2 and a movement.
2. I would like to take an aiming action.
Okay.
Because I'm aiming for the head.
So you pull out your gun. You are aiming straight for the head, and you're going to take a shot?
I am taking a shot.
All right. Because you are Hugo, you do not take a penalty on this. So go ahead and give me an attack check.
And the attack check is...
The marksmanship.
Marksmanship, cool. We're going to just go ahead and use another. My last lady luck. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 6s, a 4.
2 6s and a 4. You take the shot, and it blasts through the side of Kagura's face. Blood sprays, and one of the eyes along the side of her jaw is blown out of its socket effectively, as you deal quite a lot of damage to her.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Okay. Who's up next?
I have a quick question that'll let me know if I want to go next or not. What's happening like with the 2 guys that they walk past? Are they like running towards, or are they?
Yes, they are.
Kind of like, yeah, they're running towards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something that might be really stupid because I don't really know how combat in this game works, but I have a massive ego, so I feel like it doesn't matter. I think Kara's gonna like kind of like step out from behind the tower rubble and just like toss that huge sword over her shoulder and be like, "Who's first? Plenty of me to go around."
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
All
like
right.
probably slash at one too, since I do like actions and stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
You run up on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got my spirit great sword. Which it says I can roll melee or focus, but I don't really have a lot of focus, so I'm gonna stick with rolling melee. Let's see, what do we get? Ooh, okay. 5 successes.
5 successes versus 6 successes, actually. You
Ooh.
waiting for one of them, and it dodges back out of the way, starting to reach for its knife as it looks excited.
Dodge and block is different, right?
It's melee versus athletics. It's whichever you choose to use.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because it's a heavy strike, so it's like -2 to block it. But if yeah, okay.
It would have a better chance of blocking, but it can't block a greatsword, so it has to dodge.
Fair enough. Gotcha. Cool. Do I get a second swing, or is it just okay? Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna follow that up. He's feeling a little too confident for me. That is 4 successes.
He is indeed a little too confident as you basically swing around for a backswing and cleave across his chest. You see staggers back, having taken some pretty healthy damage.
Yeah.
Great sword.
Yeah, it was definitely like the big first swing, and he's like, "Nice, I dodged," and I just like bring it back way faster than he thought I should be able to.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not actually metal.
All right, Osamu.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming I was probably following or close nearby Carmen as we were
Yeah.
sneaking along together. So with these two that are kind of running out, I think nowhere near as cool as Carmen in the absolute slightest. I think it's more like I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit. So as like Carmen goes to attack, I just like pull my staff out. I'm still like hiding in like a little snowdrift for a second. And then when one looks staggered, like kind of trips a bit, I just come in and I just bonk him on the head.
Okay, give me a bonk roll.
Bonk
Just
roll.
Taylor, you have also a +1 with your.
Oh yeah.
with your-
Thank
Yep.
God.
+1 to your bonking.
Good. Doesn't matter. Oh no, I got 1 success. I got a 4.
Okay. Luckily rolled poorly, let's say. You managed to smack this Namahage across the face, dealing more damage to him. And he looks a little taken aback as he's being attacked by 2 people now. Especially since you kind of came out of the blizzard as disguised as you are. You have another action if you'd like to try to attack again.
Yeah, if he's just looking at me surprised, I look at him surprised. And then I bonk again. I'm like, I thought that would have worked.
What a great beat. He like has this like dual, mano a mano against Carmen, gets cut across the gut, and then out comes this like
I'm just like hitting him over the head over and over again.
Oh.
It's like death by like paper cuts, but instead it's just like little tiny hammer. I got 3 1s.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Another 3-1.
I had rolling 3 dice.
You fully swing and miss. You just absolutely wide. Okay. All right.
amazing Taylor. Yesterday I had like a lifetime first rolling 3 1s, and here just again.
The Namahage turns on you, Osamu, being that you smacked him, and swings his blade. Actually, he is feeling confident. He is going to aim a strike and then swing his blade. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Does the root give me a plus to all body?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good. Love this for me.
Cool.
2 1s and a 4. I'm switching dice.
He stabs forward with his knife and gets you in the gut.
Not again.
You're gonna take
Not
5
again.
points of damage.
I hate this place.
Meanwhile, the other, you just came here to have fun. The other one, meanwhile, is gonna go after you, Carmen.
Sure.
Runs and swings with its knife.
What do I roll to block? Is that different than dodge?
That is melee.
That is melee. Cool.
Yeah.
Same numbers. I'll do that. Because I have the parrying stuff on this, so
Yes.
that should be good. Okay, what do we got? We got 5, 5, 6.
5, 5,
1.
6. That is going to be versus 6, 6, 5. So he manages to weave around your defenses and stabs you for 2 points, which is going to go down to 1 point. And as he kind of draws blood, you see this this frenzy appears. He almost starts frothing at the mouth, eyes beginning to glow brighter.
Did you do it again?
No, he does not. He is currently entering a frenzy.
Good for him.
Meanwhile, Kagura, the mask has been dropped, and Kagura knows what's going on.
Right.
It's kind of confusing.
She can kind of only see Hugo right now.
Oh shit.
Because Hugo is within 25 feet. You're still obscured, but she can still see you. So she raises both hands, and you see an eye in the palm of either hand glow brighter, and then twin blasts of fire shoot out of her two hand eyes. So
no,
you were gonna make an athletics check.
Okay. All right. What is my athletics?
Cody, Hugo's thing is vines. Vines.
That's 4.
Fire beats vines is not okay.
Okay, that's 4. All right, let's see what happens here. I got 4 of them.
You managed to dodge out of the way of the first blast. Give me another athletics check.
What the fuck? 2 6s and a 5.
1 6 and 2 5s. So that is going to be 2 6s and a 5. Yeah, you managed to dodge both of these blasts of fire as they scorch the wall behind you.
So Disturbed's Indestructible song is playing right now, and it's just me running through the fog of war right now. It's that whole scene again. As we just dead sprinting with my 45.
As she realizes that both of these blasts have missed you, she pulls back and breathes in deeply and kind of moving forward expels this wave of kind of green gas. It's actually strangely not super unusual for you, but you're not sure if this is mustard gas or not. Give me an endurance check.
What is endurance? Yeah, that's actually one of my better ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two 5s and a 4.
2 6s and a 5.
Fuck.
You feel this wave of nausea roll over you as you breathe in this noxious gas. Okay, you are drained and nauseated. Drained means that you don't recover ki, and nauseated means that every time you start your turn, you need to make an endurance check or spend one turn or one action on your turn retching.
Classic.
That's rough.
This is definitely mustard gas.
Rough.
The Akaname, badly injured but still alive, gets up and sees that it is currently unable to see most people in this room. But is it a go-getter? It's barely alive, but it's alive. No, it's not. The Akaname leaps to the remaining wall of the building and starts climbing up towards one of the holes in the roof.
Legit.
I would too.
That's legit.
Okay. It comes around to the players again. Who wants to go first?
I'm just swinging a big sword. So
let's see if I can pass this endurance chest. I'll get mine out of the way because I'm like right there.
Yeah, fair. Oh,
pass this. You said I need to make an endurance.
Yep, you need to make an endurance check. It's difficulty average, so it's 2 successes. You're probably going to be fine.
Yeah, I got 2 6s and a 4.
So yeah, you are holding it down. It reminds you of the war, but you're holding it down.
I want to take another aim shot, and I'm shooting again at the head.
Okay.
So that's 5 again.
1 second.
4.
Versus 3. So another shot tears through. You see it blast through one of the eyes up in her forehead, and she fully staggers back. Blood running down her face in 2 places. All of the eyes focus on you and glow with brighter intensity as she is kind of stumbling at this point, having taken 12 points of damage.
Still not dead.
That's more than I can take. Okay. I want Aisha to get in on this now.
Okay.
Aisha is she's gonna run forward from her hidey spot.
Okay.
And vault off of a table or a screen or something to get some vertical.
Okay.
She's gonna come down on top of this lady of a million eyes with this maul.
Okay.
All right.
Give me a melee. I'm so curious how this is going to go. Give me a
Remember,
melee
you have a
check.
+1, David.
I do remember. Yeah. That's a 6 and 2 2s.
A 6 and 2 4s. So
right.
you leap and bring down this maul, and one of the eyes on her shoulder spots you, and she just ducks out of the way as the maul comes down and cracks into the ground where she was standing. You have another attack.
Do it.
What I do instead.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, Casey, but what I do instead is on the follow through, we watch as new Aishas appear.
Okay.
And there's one appearing behind her and one appearing in front of her with continued follow through, and all 3 of us split in slightly different directions, but are all still visible.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend my other key reserve point.
So you create duplicates of yourself all around Kagura, as her eyes start looking around at all 3 of them, while her main eyes are still focused on Hugo.
Yeah, and we're trying to get it's clear that we're trying to not what is it? We're trying to whirl around and line up for another attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, who's up next?
I could swing my sword. Just to clarify, was it the same what is it, Namahage that got hit by both me and Osamu? Or was it different?
The other one is frenzying. The one that got hit by you and Osamu is probably not going to be able to take one more hit.
Gotcha. Well, I'd love to clear the board, that sounds like one less person that could be swinging shit at me. So I'm gonna go for that one first.
Okay.
Just final cut. Let's see if we can get him.
Final cut. That's a good move.
Final cut pro. I don't know. 4, 4, 5, 3 successes.
You swing your blade around and just cleave down through this Namahage, and it fully collapses almost in half by this cut.
Yeah, and then I'll just carry that momentum through and just kind of try to surprise the other guy, but just keep swinging.
All right.
That's good.
I was gonna do something kind of defensive, and then I just was like, nah.
He's got that real Monster Hunter swing going on right now.
That's 4 successes.
That will also hit. So you bring the cleave around and cut up through this frenzying Namahage. It's going to take 3. So it takes the hit. and barely staggers as you cleave into it, eyes glowing bright red as it's preparing to lunge at you.
Cool.
Osamu.
I'm just watching this like, oh. So the one I was bonking is gone? Is done with?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, okay. I'm scared of the other one.
I'm just like, come on, you got it. Just hop in. Just hop in.
Bleeding profusely all over my white like camo. Yeah, sure. Okay. What
would
kind of like? Oh, go on.
Just to maybe help, would I keep my flower stem elixir in like a pouch that like Osamu could grab it from if needed? Like, just in case you want to take that route, like you just heal up instead. I'm probably good. I still got plenty of HP levels. We'll see what this guy's got, but
yeah. What okay, so we have the tower has fallen in on the mansion. We've heard help and shit is going on in there. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Harmon has this guy handled, especially now the one that I was engaged with is done with. Does there seem to be like a way I could grab that elixir and just start like clambering up this wreckage like into the mansion somewhere, possibly not in the line of fight?
Oh,
and
easily.
Start trying to like look some. Okay, I'm just be like, good luck. Grab it, just like chug it, start kind of like parkouring up, and I want to just kind of like try and hop in out of like sight of everybody, but get like a lay of the land of this mansion, see if we can find what we're looking for.
Okay, you knock back the potion, regaining five vitality, and you clamber into the manor house, where you can, because you can see through the fog, you see 3 Aishas surrounding this Namahage who's just bleeding from these massive head wounds, bright red eyes, just scanning all around the room, keeping track of Aisha, watching Hugo. What do you want to do?
Oh, this is much worse. This is definitely worse than out there. This is a lot. I should have stayed outside.
You're like, I'm leaving a bad situation. I did not leave a bad situation.
I did leave a bad situation. I found a worse situation here. Okay. Does it look like there is, I guess in this area, because we know that like they write down everything. And like, so that was kind of maybe we can find the information if we find their like journal, right? Like, does there look to be anywhere where there is like personal belongings around and, or other rooms, I guess, if not anything.
Give me an
that looks
awareness
legit.
check.
Okay. Okay. I'm good at that. I can do something. Well, good-ish. Not my best, but better. Oh, that's much better. That's a 6 and a 4, so 3 successes.
You see a small journal with a bright green demon's face on the cover of it, right at Kagura's feet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's where that'd be.
That's where that would be. That is where that would be, huh? Cool. Oh Lord.
Are you getting in there after getting all of this healing done? How many of these flower stem elixirs can you quaff in a day? The one?
No, you can use multiple flower stem elixirs.
That's good.
So I was just like, help.
I guess I'm scared. Oh, okay. Here's a really stupid idea of Paul Casey. Or well, I guess question first though, does it look like this place has like a basement? Like has the ground like smushed in, or is this like ground floor? Like is there any way to get under where
this
we are?
This would appear to be ground floor.
Damn, okay.
So good.
I'm gonna pull a Casey. My plans work 50% of the time, all the time.
That's right. My plans work 50% of the time, every time.
Okay, I want to hunker down. I want to try and stay out of view, and just so I can like do something while without going in and getting fucking stabbed again for people to have to heal me again. I want to use my visions of desire and focus on Kagura. Do I have to touch him? No, within 25 feet. Yeah.
You form a hand sign and you look at Kagura. Looking for her greatest desire. Mm-hmm. And you know her greatest desire in life is to have the approval and become the right-hand person to the green demon. Everything she is doing is in service of impressing the green demon enough to become their right-hand person.
Gotcha. Over there along my network, I'd be like, it probably seemed obvious at this point, but no talking our way out of this one. I don't think this one's got a real want for moving up in the company, let's say.
I think I got that with the tower fall, but yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. I was hoping there was something there we could twist. I just want to stay a little hidden in this moment.
Out in the courtyard, the Namahage who is frenzying lunges at you, Carmen.
I got a big old blade. I'm gonna keep trying to block. 3 successes.
6 successes. The blade pierces up and into your arm. You're going to take another 1 point of damage in total because armor.
Nice. I can do a few of those.
Good job on the armor. Good job on the armor.
And brings it back in a back cut at you.
Okay, look, hold on. That one is, was it 4 successes?
5 successes. This Namahage is chipping away at you. It cut across your face. You take another point of damage. It is just lunging and slashing at you. No concern for its well-being. Just attacking. Kagura, for her part, has all of these Aishas around her. She's dealt with.
It's a big, scary hammer.
She's dealt with Shadow Scar agents before, but she knows. Okay, she knows that 2 of these are fake, but she's not totally certain which one. So here's the question: focus on Hugo or try to go for one of these Aishas. Okay, Hugo shot her in the face twice.
Damn. I'm sorry, Hugo. I tried.
It's fine.
She moves kind of around, weaving out of this circle of Aishas, and brings up the 2 eyes again to blast fire at you, Hugo. So you're going to give me 2 athletics checks.
I got a 6 and a 4.
Okay.
3 successes.
The first blast you manage to dodge. The second catches you as you are kind of trying to weave around it. This gale of fire catches you and catches your clothes on fire. You're going to take 2 points of damage, which will go down to 1 because you have armor.
Okay. I can also activate Vitality to give me 3 extra bonus hits.
You just generally have that. That's factored into your...
Okay, I misread it because it's like, what was it? All right, never mind. Yep, you're right.
And you are burning. So burning means you're going to take 2 points of damage at the beginning of each of your turns until you take an action to try to put yourself out.
It's a problem.
Fun.
That's a problem.
Now, having having done that, Kagura is going to need to actually rest to get some key points back. So luckily, she cannot blast any more flaming vision at you.
I was about to start shooting her hands anyway. That's annoying. I was like, we about to solve that problem.
All right, comes around to the four of you. Who's going first?
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I got these two duplicates that I can make each duplicate move and appear to take an action.
Yes.
They don't actually do anything though, right?
No.
Could I have all three of us converge on her and in some way use my duplicates to like get her to try and dodge in a way that would make it so I could hit her?
I would have you make a performance.
Aisha's got a lot of mind, so I'm thinking Aisha's going to be like really like trying to get super clever with this.
I would have you make probably a performance check in this case, because you're trying to make her really guess which one of you is real.
Yeah, it's like a feigned attack kind of thing. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this is to do the feign, and then I still want to like actually attack.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's a 2 and 2 6s.
Okay.
Performance.
You actually think you pulled this off. She is dodging where you want her. You're going to get a +1 bonus.
Okay. This is kind of like an aim action. There's a lot of effort to get an aim effect out of the deal, which I'm in for it, because that's how Aisha would do it. Just over try.
Yeah.
Try and get way clever.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. All right. That's a 6 and a 4 and a 2 and a 3.
Wow. You basically line up your two other comrades, as it were. One of them comes up and swings, and not sure if it's the real one. Kagura ducks under the blow. The other one comes and swings up, and once again, not sure if this is the real one. Kagura leaps to the side, only to come directly into your line, and you bring them all around and just slam into her chest. Once again, just coughs up blood. And you fully knock Kagura off her feet as she collapses to the ground. You see the glowing red light of her many, many eyes slowly burn out.
Is she dead or is she dying?
She is dead.
Okay.
You got the book, it's fine.
Yeah, just jump out of covers, slide, confirm book in possession, bonk one of the eyes with the staff, and then keep going.
Okay.
I think Aisha is standing there with them all, like ready to slam it on her head or something like that. It's like breathing heavy, like it worked. It worked. She's dead. It worked.
Very clever.
Hugo, are you okay? Did you live?
You see Hugo just calmly patting himself out. And he's like, I would like to say this is not the first. I would wish that I could say this is my first time on fire. It is not.
How's Carmen? Has anybody seen Carmen?
Oh, kicking ass.
So Carmen's outside. I think Carmen's gonna like kind of look back towards the building and be like, sounds like your boss just beefed it, but I still got a couple rounds left to me. It'll just like kind of wipe the blood and like wipe the hair out of her face. If this dude's frenzying, so I'm assuming he still wants to fight. But maybe not.
You're not totally certain, but
I'm gonna pretend like he is.
Okay.
So first action, she's gonna like look at him and use God's left eye, and like as she's like moving her hair out of her face, and then just like come around like just a huge swing just to kind of like test it, See what he's doing.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll at a bonus.
Do I get a bonus on this attack roll, or do I get a bonus on stuff like to dodge next time? Because I know what
technically
he's gonna do.
you get a bonus to dodge. What?
Okay, cool. Either way, do I get the bonus because Kagura's dead? I'll take that.
No, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine.
Damn.
3 6s and a 4.
Yeah, you bring the blade up and cleave up through him. Blood sprays as he takes another 3 points off of that. And you can see the sort of fire in his eyes fading a little bit. As you can perceive that he is probably going to flee in the next moment.
Cool. Can I take a headshot? Oh, my fault, Ethan. I didn't mean to step on you.
Oh no, those are my 2 actions, but I'm just like, I'm glad to know that's what he's planning on doing. And I'll go through the communicator like, oh, this one's gonna run.
No, he's not. And
it does give everybody a +1 bonus to oppose that action because that's how my move works, and I'm using it correctly.
It's so good.
Nice.
It's so good.
Okay, Hugo.
I'm gonna headshot him. I'm calmly just walk out to the gate, and I'm just like, I'm tired. So let's see. I don't take a minus, right, because of Eagle Eye.
Yeah. Yep.
So 4. 2 6s and a 4.
So you step out from around the corner and line up your shot, and the bullet tears through this Namahage's face, and he collapses.
Good job, team.
I
mean, I pick up this cat. It was like, there's a random cat that I'd pick him up. I'm gonna call you Fluffy.
You are left in swirling snow as the whole area kind of goes silent as everyone around you is dead. You hear over your communicators, Benjiro say, "Good work, team."
I really needed that.
Bring the journal back. The agency is very interested in seeing what it has to tell us.
Do you want her body? She has some, or is that like she has some freaky eye thing going on?
The soul will have fled by now, so the body won't be of any use to us.
Understood.
Aisha is going to look for a common mass, though.
You do find one.
Sweet. It's awesome.
I'm going to melt her body because it's not useful for the agency, I don't want the demons to get it either. And I'm like, no, you are a fucking bitch.
Okay, you pour the corpse eater over Kagura's body, and with this satisfying bubbling and hissing, the body kind of turns to this pile of goo.
I was like,
Carver's just going to yell out and be like, hey, if you gremlin are still in earshot, tell him who did this. Carmen del Rosario.
Really?
Oh,
sorry,
boy.
I got caught up in the moment.
I mean, I'm proud of you. You did great.
I've been waiting on mission for this, guys. So to be honest, I really needed this today.
And you got 1 whole day before you got to go break somebody out of jail.
Now I see why my therapist signed me up for this. This is good.
It takes you some time to get back, but the moment you step through the gate into the Shadow Square headquarters, you are swarmed by a group of support agents who immediately grab the journal and whisk it off towards a lab without a word.
You're welcome.
Oh, cool.
Bye.
As you watch them go, you hear Benjiro's voice from on the other side of the gatehouse garden. It says, "Congratulations, rookies. Not only did you eliminate Daisuke and Hachi, you brought down Kagura. You might have just brought us a lead we need to bring down one of the biggest targets in the agency's hit list. Not too shabby for a bunch of Genian fresh out of training. Now, I've got a bottle of plum wine with your names on it, so let's go before it gets warm. We'll toast to your success.
That feels nice. That feels really nice.
I got first dibs on karaoke.
Over drinks, Benjo tells you about...
It's gonna be karaoke.
Over drinks, Benjo tells you about the Green Demon, an enigmatic and extremely dangerous smuggler who's been trafficking contraband across the Mosaic for months, supplying the Yokai and helping enemy agents escape from Shadowscar surveillance. The agency knows next to nothing about them, but they were able to intercept one of their shipments, and the barrels were marked with the same Green Demon's face insignia as Kagura's journal. If they can crack the code in Kagura's journal, they might be able to figure out who the Green Demon is. But for now, your work is done. Time to kick back and celebrate the beginning of an illustrious career in the Shadowscar Agency.
That was good. That was really good. Thank you
This
so much.
was fun. Cody, I love this game, dude. This game is fun, dude.
I gotta say, like the like high success rate feels really good.
It's
You know,
so
like,
good.
Every time I'm chucking like 3 or so dice, I'm like, I'll probably get a success out of this. That feels good. Let's go.
The
Nice.
sixes being 2 successes instead of being 1 success,
Super
like I'm
nice.
used to with other dice pool systems, makes me really happy on these.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it gives a big swingy feel to the whole thing. I like it.
I like that
For me-
50-50 on every die.
Yeah,
Right. It's like, for me, this is the first anime game that I played that I actually feel like an anime protagonist. Like,
totally.
I don't have to spec my character actually to be the protagonist. It's just naturally given to you if you stick within what you're good at, and that feels really good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, I love the pre-gens. All the pre-gens were so fun.
Yeah, they're very good.
Like, just reading my sheet, I was like, main character energy. Got her. I know the character that I'm playing. I
It's
got
almost
the
like you put a
Renegon.
forehead on this character.
I got the Renegon on my sheet. You know what I mean? Like, it's right there. So good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm glad
I
you
got
had
real
fun.
looping the third energy out of my character. I really like that. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to go against type and get the gigantic maul on the little like bookie shy girl. You know,
Yes.
like that's fun.
And it worked out.
It did. It did. I was like, I don't know.
Killing blow.
That part, that was a fun surprise for sure to get the killing blow.
Awesome.
That was so good. Thank you so much, Cody, for running this.
Yeah,
folks,
totally.
that has
This was
been
great.
Shadowscar. 4 episodes in, we went all over time and space. Solid. I think Cody, maybe could you end on like where people can go to find Shadowscar and more of your work?
So Shadowscar is not out yet, but it will be reasonably soon if everything goes according to plan.
And we can imagine people are watching this on YouTube. And so like maybe it is out by, when somebody's watching this like 6 months, a year later or whatever it is.
In the next couple months, our easy mode, which is what we ran here, will be available on our website for free download. And we look forward to Mask the Green Demon, which is actually the continuance of this story in our starter box, which is going to be there for Gen Con, available in August of this.
I love a good starter box. That's so good.
I think it's a good starter box, but I made it, so.
Awesome. That's so
I'm
good.
glad you think it's good. It'd be really concerning if you didn't.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, dude, Cody, thank you so much for coming and playing this game with us, running it for us. R.Talsorian is such a wonderful partner all around, and you've just been an incredibly gracious GM and putting up with all of our shenanigans. So thank you so much.
I love shenanigans. It's always interesting to see how people play.
For sure. Awesome. Well, I think with that, we will call it a night. Thank you all so much for watching. And check out Shadow Scar because this was tons of fun to play.
Super fun.
Tons of fun to play. Awesome.
Super fun.
Yeah. Thank you all.